honeys, welcome back to the show. If you're new here, hello, hi, and welcome. My name is Tati, and today, girl, we are getting back into Dare You to Death. Yes. I don't know why I've been so stingy today. I've recorded like 4 times, and every single time I sing. I don't know what that's about. I also don't know when I started doing the Today Girl thing. I've been doing that for a while. I don't know where that came from. But yes, we are back with Dare You to Death. Now, I know you're probably very confused because I have been watching Ticket to Heaven and I've been watching Pit Babe, and you're like, girl, why are you adding more stuff on your plate? Well, it's gonna be even worse because I'm adding more stuff to my plate because I'm adding this show and then I'm also adding to my shore. But I promise you it'll all pay off in the end. I'm doing this on purpose. So my thing is, okay, so I explained this all in my other video when we were watching Ticket to Heaven. But I don't know how many of you were interested in that or saw that, so I'm gonna re-say it. So what I'm going to be doing for my plan is that for the YouTube folks, y'all are only currently at this time in June watching Pit Babe. That is the only show that y'all are seeing currently. Come July for y'all will be watching Ticket to Heaven, this show, and To My Shore all at the same time in the month. You guys actually might be watching Pit Babe and To My Shore depending on how I choose to schedule To My Shore. I believe I am gonna do it for I think I am gonna do it, but basically there will be a pause in between, so y'all will be watching a little bit of Pit Babe, a little bit of To My Shore, and then pause. Y'all be watching the whole Ticket to Heaven series, and then we'll be going back to Pit Babe, and then going back to My Shore, and then going back to the show. The reason of why that is because I didn't want YouTube to have any gaps, but I also wanted to leave an actual, early access kind of situation for Patreon. That way, Patreon actually had early access. Because what I was doing before was the early access was one day before, and I don't really see that as very beneficial. So technically, Patreon has like a whole month in advance of early access stuff. So I just wanted that to have more value, but also it helps me, do the thing. So basically what I've been doing is I've been binge watching multiple shows at a time today. So I've watched 3 different shows today, and I might actually go and watch To My Shore today because I was gonna do a Ticket to Heaven. I did not do Pit Babe today because I was gonna do it tomorrow. I got this show, so I might do To My Shore today. I might watch the first episode of To My Shore, or at least do half of the episode and then finish tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, I've been going ham. If you're on the Patreon, you've gotten spammed with all of these shows, but I want to say that that's a good thing, I hope. But yeah, so that's how I'm doing this, and it also will keep me doing it this way will keep me knocking out these shows easier, because that means that because if I was watching a show single, like if I was just watching one show at a time, it's not really great because then it'll take me forever to finish the shows, and then I won't be up on the new stuff. So that was my goal, was to have one new show, one old show, and continue one show that I was watching before, but also have one Thai show and one Chinese show. That was my goal too, was to also diversify, because I know some of you guys are interested in some things and not. I know majority of you guys here are more interested in any of the Chinese BLs that I have, because such a strong part of you guys are from the ABL and the Revenge Love community. So that's why I went on Patreon and I asked y'all specifically what y'all had for me, and y'all said 2 shows specifically. To My Shore, which I already knew about, and then another show called Double Helix, which I have to do some research about that one, because I don't know, I only heard that one recently. Somebody on YouTube commented about it not too long ago, and then one of another Patreon said something about it, so I need to do research on that one. But that one will also be up next after I finish To My Shore, so it'll make sense. But yeah, so I'll be watching multiple shows at a time. This is the way that I always wanted to do it. I just didn't do it correctly. So I was able to plan it out and do it all correctly today. So yeah. Now we're gonna have to watch the recap for this show, because I don't remember exactly what the show was. I remember um college students. This is another one of those shows that I watched the trailer for. Yeah, this is another one where I watched the trailer for, and then it was, this one wasn't that different though. This one wasn't that different. I think the only huge difference about this was, I think some of the actors are different, but also the setting of which the the crime scene happened was a little different. But this one wasn't that different. So it was some college students, or were they college or high school? I think they're high school. High school students. One of them dies, and then I remember in the first episode, the investigation thing. They were doing the investigation thing, and then there was something about some drug or something specific at the beginning of the episode that ooh June was investigating, and I remember that because it reminded me of like the Persona calling card thing. That's the only reason why I remember that. um and Yeah, and then I remember they went to a club and they got shot up or something like that. And I think Joong's character, or no, Dunk's character saved Joong from getting shot or something. I don't remember exactly. And I remember them getting a drink at a hotel or something at the end of the episode. I don't know. We're gonna watch the recap. But I do remember being really excited about the show because of Joong Dunk and just how amazing, like just how much of a complete 360 both of them are doing in this show, compared to the previous stuff that they've done. And I've been so blown away by the TV shows in like this whole, like, I guess GMMTV, like I guess I'll say that, like, GMMTV, they're really doing the thing. But I was really worried about this show because I knew that people did not favor June Dunk as a couple, especially Dunk. People for some reason do not like him. I personally, I love him. I think he's freaking adorable, and I know that I noticed that he was pretty. He's not a bad actor. He's absolutely not a bad actor. I just kept saying over and over again that they're just putting him in the wrong roles. They're just putting him in the wrong roles because they kept putting him in these dumb roles where he's this basically like very naive, like just fucking stupid person, but he's also like the stupid hot nerd kind of thing. And I was like, that does not, like, that's not, no, right? And they were making like June like the really, like, I don't know, like very sheltered, like not playful at all, just very stoic and stern. I'm like, no, like this is not the right role for them. Um I watched two shows with June Dunk in it, and one where they were the main characters and one where they were not. And I just was like, can we can we switch it up? Because they basically played the same characters. They were the same characters, and I hate that. I've expressed that a lot. I hate that. I do not personally like it in Thai BLs, because Thai BLs are the pretty much the only like group that I've seen them do it in, because Thai BLs do like keep the same couples. I do not like it when the same love team is playing the exact same people, just with different names. And I don't really like that, and I just think it's like not creative at all, especially because some of these projects are really cool. I really thought the Heart Killers could have been so much better, so much better. And it was not only just June Dunk that I had a that I had qualms with. I think that project alone could have been just so much better. And I read that book too, and it could have been, so much better. I just personally just didn't think the way that show went completely was like, I thought that show was like gonna be like Bonnie and Clyde. It was not really Bonnie and Clyde. It was more like, I don't know. But it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And most people blame that on June Dunk, and I don't think that that's personally fair. And they specifically, I seen somebody say that Dunk needed to go and get acting classes, and I was just like, maybe that is the case. However, I was just like, they just need to put him in a different role. And I absolutely adored him in this first episode, where basically him and June did a complete 360, where Dunk is the more stoic, a little playful, like very like hard to get. Like I loved that. He was not this thirsty, like like I said, like hot nerd who was just kind of like dumb. Like, like I really favored him in this first episode, and like I just knew you just had to give him the right role, and you just had to give him some time, and he would fucking kill that shit, and he did, and it was awesome. Like his performance specifically in the first episode, like I love June, don't get me wrong, but June is an amazing actor and we know this. But his like dunk in that first episode like blew me away. Like he did a really amazing job, and I love his character. I really do. I love his character. So I really can't wait to see what else the show has to offer. And the story is really good. I always love I love the crime Thai BLs. I really favor those. I told you so many times. I really like the author, the screenwriter, director, whatever she is. Salmon, the girl who made all of the the triage and Manner of Death. She wrote Manner of Death, correct? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Manner of Death, and she wrote the slasher, the slasher for that wasn't GMMTV. Who was that? That was the slasher was for the Kim Porsche kids. What is their company? What is their company? I can't think of what their company was, but she wrote that. And I feel like there was another show. It was the oh lord, the other show. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, hold on. No, because that's gonna bother me. Hold on, I think I actually have it pulled up on here. Do I have my drama list on here? I do. Let me just look at Manner of Death. Let me see, and then let me pull up her name. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Here she is. 4 minute. Yes, 4 minute. Um, and then triage, Manner of Death. I always forget she wrote Bite Me. Bite Me was really good. Spare Me Your Mercy. That's what I was thinking of. And then she's writing another one called 8 Hour. Which is gonna be a little interesting. But yeah, she's the go-to person for like the crime, especially within the police and doctor like thing. And I love her works. I wish I could read them. But yeah, like I love that. And that is by far she's probably my favorite writer. Like there is a lot of writers that I don't like in Thai BL, and there's one specifically that I have been watching for years, and I just stopped. I had to fucking stop, because she y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've been into Thai BLs for a very long time, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. So having a writer like her, like Salmon, is just really cool and just really awesome. And I also love that she is the field of study that she's writing about. Like a lot of people are like, oh, well, all she does is write about doctors. Well, it's because she's a fucking doctor. What else is she supposed to write about? But the thing is nobody else is writing that. Nobody else is writing that at all. And she goes into such grave detail, like it's insane. Like somebody needs to get her on like a Thai Grey's Anatomy. Like I don't know, but it just is fascinating. And her mind, the way she, oh my god, yeah. And then on top of that, she wrote Dead Friend Forever. So like she's capable of writing other types of things too, which is really awesome to me and just really cool. But anyway, gushing a little bit. Yes, so that's why. And did she write this? No, the person who wrote, the person who did, hold on, the person who did Dare Me to Death did not write this. Hold on, it was, or Dare You Do That. It was somebody else, right? Was it her? Did she write this? No. No. Who wrote this one? Cause Because I swear the person who wrote this wrote something else, right? Yeah, Goddess Bless You from Death. Yes, 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 yes. The person who wrote this also wrote Goddess Bless You from Death, and that's why those are two very similar. It's two very similar ideas. So, I guess 2025 was the year of the the year of the mysteries and stuff like that. But I really like those, and I think those are my favorite genre of BOs. Of Thai BO specifically, like the investigation ones. But I also think that that's generally, I really like thrillers and suspense films and stuff in general. So I feel like that just really works with me. But I really like that, and I love to see the how they build in a romance with that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gushing, but gushing for 15 minutes. But yes, so we have to watch this recap because I actually don't really remember what happened in the show. I don't remember. I remember those specific highlights, but I don't remember anything after that. So let's actually go ahead and see. Let's watch this recap. I also didn't remember their names. So Jade and Common, I remember that. Or Common and Jade. Hold on, sorry, I'm talking. Let me lock in.
สวัสดีครับผู้กองเจม
จบนอกมาเนี่ยเก่งเหมือนในหนังเลยไหมครับ
ผมว่าคุณดูหนังมากไปนะครับผมว่าไอ้เด็ก7 คนเนี่ยกำลังมีอะไรปิดบังเราอยู่ส่วนคนที่โกหกไม่เนียนที่สุดไอ้แชมป์มึงส่งจดหมายมาทำไมมึงแกล้งเหี้ยอะไรกู
Oh yes, wasn't one of them doing cocaine or something or crack? And then one of them is related to Joong's character, right? Jade. Okay, so he's Jade and he's coming. Okay. Okay. Okay, I remember. Because I remember one of them was doing... I remember them being hella suspicious during that investigation. But the one who was doing crack is the one I think I said was the killer, right? I might have to go back and watch what I said in the first... Him! He's the one who was doing crack, right? Because he's the one... Yes! At the end of last episode, he got the calling card. Yeah, okay, I'm remembering. And it's a game. It's a game. I think one of them has to execute another person, or else something will happen. I think that's what I came up with at the end of the episode. I gotta watch what I said at the end.
ไอ้แชมป์มึงส่งจดหมายมาทำไมมึงแกล้งเหี้ยอะไรกูมึงเป็นเหี้ยอะไรเนี่ยต้ามึงจะเล่นกูใช่ปะมึงอยู่ไหน
And which one was the one whose parents came in? Was it him? The one with the cocaine? Because I feel like I remember them saying like, "Oh no, he's not doing drugs." Damn, I gotta watch back what I said. We'll finish this episode first, and I gotta watch that first episode back. Because no, I want to catch the killer. I usually always get the killer. I usually always get the killer. So I'm just saying, but I need more. I need the context from the first episode.
นี่คุณใช้ปากสั่งคนอื่นเลยเหรอ
อ้าวทีมเวิร์กไงครับสารวัตร รู้จักบ้างไหมครับการแบ่งงานเนี่ย แล้วถ้าผมจะใช้ปากผมทำงานเนี่ย มันจะทำไมล่ะครับ ในเมื่อปากของผมเนี่ยมันดีขนาดนี้
I like this so bad. I like this so bad. First of all, that's definitely workplace harassment. But I like this because if this was like the Heart Killers, it'd be the opposite. It'd be Dunk. I love the idea of June being like this. I just do. I do. Like, this is definitely workplace harassment. But I love the idea of this. Like, I love this. I love this. I do.
ผมตรวจเจอสาร3 ชนิดในเลือดของผู้ตายนะครับ
3?
โซเดียมไทโอเพนทอลแพนโคโลเนียมโบรไมด์และโพแทสเซียมคลอไรด์ครับ
No idea what that means.
ซึ่งสารทั้ง3 ชนิดนี้ใช้สำหรับ
What? Death row? It's a police officer. It's a police officer.
นักโทษประหารครับ
or like
สาเหตุการ
former
เสียชีวิต
correctional officer or something.
ภาวะ
Oh, that's Sing. Holy fuck, that's Sing from Not Me, Todd. Holy fuck. Oh my god, that is him. Oh, he looked different. He looks different with his hair up like that. I was like, it was like he looks familiar. He kind of does look like the kid from what's his name? Kong from Ticket to Heaven. But no, that's Sing. Oh my god, he's adorable. He is adorable.
ครับ และฉีดเกินปริมาณที่กำหนด
แปลว่าคนที่โทรมาเนี่ยเป็นผู้หญิงใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ครับ เป็น
But
เสีย
they
งผู้หญิง
said it was a boy. Didn't they say it was something up here? Didn't they say it was a different? I thought they said it was a boy. It was one of the boys because the girls didn't. Hold on.
แล้วใครเป็นคนเรียกรถพยาบาลวะ
Yeah, because they said that one of them. Yeah. The girl said that she didn't want to call her something like that, and so it was one of the boys. I remember that because I remember calling her weird.
เชอรีนบอกต้นกล้าเป็นคนเรียกไม่ใช่เหรอ
ผมว่าเด็กๆอาจจะแค่สับสนแล้วให้การผิดก็ได้ครับ
ให้การผิด หรือว่าตั้งใจให้ข้อมูลผิด คุณคิดว่าไง
I feel like whoever the person is who got the calling card to kill her is getting like some sort of information from the person
ผู้หมวดปลายแจ้งมาว่าต้ายังติดต่อไม่ได้ครับ
to specifically like confuse the police.
แต่ถ้าอยาก
'Cause
รู้
they're not
ความจริง
smart
ว่า
enough
มัน
for
ปั่นหรือ
this.
เปล่า ต้องไปเขียนคำตอบจากเชอรีน
แกอยู่ไหนอะแล้ววันนี้ที่ตำรวจถาม แกได้บอกอะไรไปปะ
First of all, why would you have this conversation on the phone? That's problem number one.
เย็นนี้มาเจอกันไหม ร้านเดิมนะ
She seems way too
ทำไมมาเร็วจัง
happy.
ไปกินข้าวกัน
I can't remember who's the one with the girlfriend. Was that the girlfriend? Man, I don't remember. I have to watch that first episode over again. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna skim through the first episode. Let's skim through the first episode real fast. I know, completely. This is completely like I need to know. I need to know who is who. Because I don't remember. So let me go back to those statements. Because I don't remember who the girlfriend or the boyfriend is. This is the boyfriend, right? Because they said that they were arguing or something, right?
ส่วนเรื่องที่เรา
No. This is Jay. This is the nephew, or right?
โชติสันตะกูล
And he didn't know anything.
น้องชายของผู้กองเจตเหรอ
Or brother.
ใช่ครับ
เจ๊มึงฟังกูนะ ไว้ว่ามึงจะพูดอะไร
สาขาเครื่องกล
พวกเชลินกับปุยฝ้ายก็เลยลากมันเอาไว้ครับ
กว่าจะมา
Right, because the boy. Okay, so the boyfriend is the one who was doing the drugs. Okay.
ลีลาตลอดโคตร
เห็นว่าคุณมีการเล่นเกมเหรอครับเกมอะไร
And then was Sharon the one who was jealous? I remember something going on.
เห็นว่าโทรหาแพทย์ก่อน
ผมหลับเป็นคนสุดท้าย แต่พอตื่นมา
ปุยฝ้ายก็เป็นแบบนั้นไปแล้วครับ
Right, so she was already dead because they all passed out.
ทำไมถึงไม่กัน
Right,
ดูเหมือนทะเลาะกันด้วย
exactly.
ทะเลาะกันเหรอ
And I feel like she's the one who just called.
ไม่ใช่ครับ แชมป์เป็นแฟนกับปุยฝ้ายส่วน
Right.
เชอรีนสนิทกับปุยฝ้ายที่สุดในกลุ่ม
Right. Okay. And then Belle is the other girl, and she's the weird
ก็
one.
ใครจะไปคิดล่ะคะ ว่าแค่กินเหล้า
Yeah,
ตาย
she's
ได้
the
อะ
fucking weird one.
หนูก็แค่อยากช่วยเพื่อน ก็เลยเรียกรถพยาบาลก่อน ก็แค่นั้นอะ
แต่เหมือนก็มีแค่คุณกับต้านะครับ
ที่ห้ามเพื่อนโทรแจ้งตำรวจอะ
ใครพูดคะเอาจริง
And then he's the cokehead.
เห็นเพื่อนคุณบอกคุณแล้ว
And
คุ
he
ณ
couldn't get
พอ
his
จะจำ
story
เหตุการณ์ทั้งหมด
straight.
ได้ไหม
And then this motherfucker was weird too.
ผมกับไอ้ไทม์อ่ะมาเตรียมห้องก่อนจากนั้นก็เป็นไอ้เจ
Okay, am I tripping? Is that not the kid from Ticket to Heaven? I feel like I keep saying that, but I swear, okay, that has got to be him. That actually looks like him. No, because that actually does look like him. Wait, no, that actually looks okay. That is him. Okay, that is him. Okay, and then that's when the
ว่าสองคนนี้เนี่ย
yeah, and then she gave him information. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, sorry y'all. I had to I had to remember who was who
ผู้หมวด
because I
ปลา
did
ย
not
แจ้งมาว่า
remember. Okay.
ว่าต้ายังติดต่อไม่ได้ครับ
แต่ถ้าอยากรู้ความจริงอะว่ามันปั่นหรือเปล่าต้องไปเขียนคำตอบจากเชอรี่
Yes, because she's the one who had the most information. And she's also the one who said that
แกได้บอกเลยไปปะเหมือนเดิมนะ
somebody else called the police.
อืม
And she's also weird.
ทำไมมาเร็วจัง
I feel like she's happy because now she can be with
ไปกินข้าวกัน
homeboy. Supposedly, in her mind.
มายังไอสัตว์ จะได้เคลียร์กันให้รู้เรื่อง
ต้าส่งมาเหรอ
เมื่อเช้ามันโทรมาบอกว่าได้จดหมายอะไรมาก็ไม่รู้อะแต่ว่าพูดไม่รู้เรื่องเลยนะ เอาแต่ด่า แล้วก็ให้เราไปหาที่ร้านด้วยอะไม่รู้แม่งดีดยาหรือเปล่า
You know, I'm very suspicious of him. I mean, I feel like it's very obvious that he is suspicious. But if we're thinking that, let's think about this in like a web kind of way. His dad is a politician of some sort. I don't remember what his dad actually is. But in my mind, I'm thinking the killer because who the fuck else would have access to death row chemicals? Some sort of government police or whatever warden kind of like person. So if we're going from politician to police, it's clear that that guy cuz he got him out of that interrogation hella fast, right? So he has police ties somehow. So police ties, and then we're thinking about it possibly being like a police officer or someone who's close, right? So politician, police ties, it's gotta be somebody that politician man knows. And it wouldn't be surprising if it was like a former police officer or something like that, because that person would have access to the chemicals and would know exactly what the police would do in a type of with a type of investigation like this. That police officer would also know that the two people who are working together that is investigating on this are two very new people who are first time partners, and that's less likely that they'll be able to actually solve it. It just makes sense in my mind that that's how that works. I also just watched Dope Thief and read the book, and that's basically what happens in Dope Thief. It's literally like the person at the end ends up being a former police officer who had access to a shit ton of information, and all he had to do was just look at the freaking database, or have access to a current police employee, right? That's all it takes. So I'm highly suspicious. And also he's so extremely chill. Like, I don't think that he knows about the drugs or the calling cards or whatever, but I fear that his dad does. Like, his dad has got to know. Because he is too calm. He is too goddamn calm.
เพราะคุณสองคนเนี่ยจะพ้นจากการเป็นผู้ต้องสงสัย
I also feel like you generally, as a police officer, wouldn't tell them
ไม่ต้อ
that.
งกลัวเลยนี่
But, okay. I would feel like I would feel like I'm not a police officer, but if I was to manipulate some information out of them off the record, I would try and make them believe that that is what they are, not that they are not suspects, right? Because that would make them more comfortable to say some shit, right? Because they think that they are off the hook no matter what they say, right? I wouldn't straight up say, hey, you're off the suspect list or you're on the suspect list. I wouldn't say that at all, but I'm not a police officer.
หาฆาตกรตัวจริงได้
because they
พวก
know
คุณทุก
now
คน
to be more cautious
ก็
of
เป็
what,
นหนึ่งในผู้ต้อง
what
ส
they
งสัย
say. And you want the opposite of that. Ew, this is, oh hell no. What the fuck? What are y'all on?
มีถุงใช่ไหม
ไม่มี ใครมันจะมี
Who
ไม่มีก็ไม่
carried?
ทำ
What?
กูซื้อแล้ว มึงต้องทำจะเอาเท่าไหร่
Paid.
10,000พอไหม
อยากได้เงิน
Paid.
อยากได้ความปลอดภัย
Period.
เนิร์ดแบบเนี้ยไม่รู้จักคำว่าเซฟเซ็กหรอ
Oh, I'm sorry. The idea that they keep calling him nerdy because he wears glasses is pissing me off. I do not like that. That's so dumb. And just nobody thinks like that. You have glasses. You have poor eyesight. That means that you just gotta be nerdy, right? No. What? What the fuck? You don't say that about celebrities when they wear glasses. Like what?
30,000พอไหม
And it's not you look nerdy, you should know what a condom is, you should know what safe sex is. No. You're doing sex. You should know safe sex. Like what's the you the glasses don't mean anything to that. What are you talking about?
ถ่ายอีกแล้ว
Oh damn.
มึงเป็นใคร จะทำอะไรกูอย่าเข้ามานะ ช่วยด้วย ไอ้สัตว์
Oh. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. Damn. Them Doc Martens look like they're Oh. Oh, it didn't even go in his mouth. Yeah, that didn't even go in his mouth, but okay. Or did they give it, or did he? Oh, it went in. It went in. So is he gonna?
Food order.
Oh.
โดนกูยอมแล้วโดน
Ouch. Ouch. He kind of getting bitched right now.
มึงคืนปุ้ยฝ้ายใช่ไหม
Yes. Yeah, you did.
กูไม่ได้ทำ
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
กู
did.
ไม่ได้ทำ
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You almost just did the girl who was right there. What you mean?
กูทำเอง
You did.
กูข่มขืนในปุ้ยฝ้าย
But that was her. Gross. I just don't. People like this are so deranged. I just generally cannot. Why would you want to have something, to do something so incredibly exposing and intimate and supposed to be something that is love and romance with somebody who's not participating? That actually makes it so disturbing to me. Like and like why would you want to do something like this the wrong way? Like and I know I feel like that's such a dumb thing to say. But I really generally do not get people who do this to other people. Like I generally don't understand why you would want to participate in this activity if the other person is not even fucking conscious? Like, what? How are you okay with yourself with that? How is that okay? Like, in his mind, I'm sure, because he's done all these drugs, in his mind, I feel like he thinks that she is participating, but she's not. And that's fucking disgusting. Like, I get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. And don't even get me started on the don't even get me started on all these goddamn files. This is gross. I'm uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable with this. I feel like every single time we watch a show and this features in it, I feel like I have to say out loud that this is fucking disgusting, because not enough people in this world open their fucking eyes to shit like this, and yeah, and people will be like, it's just a show, it's just fiction. It's not. It's not. It's not. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, get his ass. Get his ass. Get him. Oh, he okay. So okay. I was thinking he wasn't gonna kill him. But I think it's because he didn't do what he was told when he got the card. I feel like he wasted time. He wasted those 24 hours, you feel?
ไปคุณผมว่าชุดคุณวันนี้เนี่ยมันดูอึดอัดไปนิดนึงไหม
เรื่องของผม
อย่างน้อยคุณถอดไทยให้ผมหน่อยได้ไหม ผมรู้คุณใส่มาทั้งวันแล้วผมถอดให้มา
What? You just need an excuse to touch him.
เชื่อใจผมนิดนึงได้ไหม สักครั้งหนึ่งมาให้ผมช่วยมาเนี่ยมันใส่ขนาดนี้ไม่อึดอัดเลยเหรอกดสัก1 เม็ดก็แค่เนี้ยหล่อเฟี้ยว
พอใจคุณยังอะ
ไปงั้นอะไรกัน
I'm crying. Oh, that's the other
What?
kid. That's Jay, right? Ain't that your brother? Oh, maybe he's seen things. That's literally his brother right there. Oh no, that's the other kid. I'm sorry, as a police officer, if you see something that's suspicious, why don't you walk over there? He looked at him, assumed that it was him, and didn't even check. Hello? Did he just want to touch Titty? What was that? What the fuck? What was that? What was that hand placement?
Yeah.
Damn, they like pinned him to the floor. What the fuck?
คุณจะรู้ได้ไงว่าไอ้ต้าไม่จะมา
Okay, they did
คุณ
get
ไม่ได้
him.
นัดต้าไว้เหรอ แล้วคุณจะมาที่นี่ทำไม
ผมก็แค่มากินเหล้าปะ
Yeah,
ผมก็มี
sure.
เพื่อนกลุ่มอื่นนะเว้ย
แล้วคุณรู้อะไรเรื่องจดหมาย Truth or Dare
จดหมายอะไรอะ
Yeah, I feel like they don't know what it is because they're not next. There's a line.
Truth or Dare
ผมบอกผมไม่รู้เรื่องไงทูดอแดเชี่ยอะไร
He keeps I don't like how he's like biting his fingernails and stuff. He's definitely guilty.
หนูออกไปเอาถุงยางที่เพื่อนแล้วมันไม่มี หนูก็เลยออกไปซื้อค่ะ
That is weird
ไม่เจอ
that
ใครเลยเหรอครับ
so you went to the club and you were gonna have relations with somebody else. You told him you were gonna go get one from your friend. Your friend didn't have one, so instead of coming back to the locker room to be like, hey, like I don't have the thing, you know, like let's postpone this. You went to the store and just like I find that slightly weird. I don't think she's suspicious, but that is just really weird. So you went to the store instead of going back and be like, hey, like, I don't have the thing. Like, we can't do this right now because I don't have what we need right now. She left the club. I've never heard. First of all, I mean, the club ain't really the best place to whoop-de-foop. So I'm a little confused of why we would want to do that to begin with. But she left to go buy the condoms. She left the club to go buy condoms from a store and then came back with the condoms with the intention of whoop-de-fooping in the club and was expecting him to still be there. That is a little weird. I will say that is a little weird. I wonder if she ran into the kid that was outside. Because I don't know. That's suspicious.
ร้านสะดวกซื้อที่ใกล้กับเราที่สุดอะห่าง800 เมตร
Ain't no way she really walked all the way over there.
ผมว่าผู้หญิงที่ขายบริการคนนั้นน่ะ
There's no way. That doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that?
ผมว่าก็อาจจะเป็นผู้สมรู้ร่วมคิดนะครับ
Oh, she was an escort? Well, he did say I did pay. But that's still... I'm sorry. Ain't no goddamn working girl gonna go out and buy condoms. That doesn't make sense. She would have told his ass to go get them. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Unless she's really about that money. But you're not going... She do not seem like the type of person to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna spend money to get money. That doesn't make sense. But he did give her 10,000. Like, I'm sure that I don't know the actual amount of money that is in Thai money, which is baht, right? I don't know how much that is, but it seems like a lot. Based off of her reaction, it seemed like it was a lot. But that generally just doesn't add up. That doesn't add up at all. Like, why would she go to the fucking convenience store to buy some condoms if she was a fucking escort? That doesn't make no goddamn sense.
คุณได้เช็คกล้องวงจรปิดยัง
Ain't no goddamn way.
แต่จุดเกิดเหตุเนี่ยมันมุมอับส่วนกล้องที่ใกล้ที่สุดเนี่ย ก็เสียไปเมื่อคืน
Suspiciously.
ผมว่าเราต้องเปลี่ยนแผนใหม่ว่ะ
Which means if the camera broke, that means that the person knew that he would be there at the club the next day. I'm just saying. Oh. Damn.
ใช่จากทางเราครับ
Shit.
ไม่คือนอนหลับสบายไหมครับสารวัตร
ก็
Hold on. I'm sorry. Has Doug always been this jacked? What's going on here? Like, whoa. Whoa. I just noticed that June's hair is 2 tones. I just noticed that. Dunk also looked like he has some sort of like highlights in there. I wonder if that's from their music videos and stuff. But I did just notice that his hair in the back is different. It's like I like this though. I really like it when like it's not 100% like a solid color, because you see he's got look like a brownish blonde or something going on here, like a dirty blonde or something. And then like with this, I want to say it's dark brown. It almost looks black, but I'm sure it's like dark brown. And then like the blonde, the dirty blonde, like brown in the back there is really nice too.
เจขอคุยด้วย
And then when they zoomed in on Dunk, it looked like Dunk had like these colors, but just slightly darker and more like orange in his hair too.
ผมไม่เคยเห็นมัน2 คนไปเที่ยวด้วยกันนะ
Tongkla must be the kid in the
แค่ไปกิน
gray,
เหล้าอะ
who
ไม่
we
เคยหรอ
haven't seen yet,
อย่างที่ร้านดริงก์มีอะ
like
ที่ร้าน
outside.
ดริงก์มี ต้นกล้าไม่น่าไปร้านดริงก์มีนะ
Or
มัน
no.
บอกว่าแพงแล้วก็ไม่อร่อย ขาประจำก็มีแต่แชมป์กาตาร์
Also, no, Tongkla's the one who was sitting down, who was already there.
แต่นี่มันนอกเวลางานนะ
He
ไม่ตอบแล้ว
he said he would not be there. but he was there. Okay.
ถ้าต้นกล้ามันไม่ชอบไปร้านดิ้งมีจะไปโผล่ที่นั่นทำไม
ไม่รู้อะแต่เคสของต้า ผมว่าเราต้องเริ่มที่บ้านก่อนนะ
Yeah, him in the middle. What is his name? They mention all the other boys, but they don't ever mention his name.
มึง กูกลัวเหมือนกันนะเว้ยเอาดี
But now you want to be scared. Y'all finna be dropping like flies soon. Don't even worry about it.
ฟังบ้างไหมวะ
ไม่อะเอาแต่
That's
ถามอย่างเดียว
another thing that I was a little concerned about is him living there, because I understand that it's Jade, right? Wait, Joong is Jade, right? That Jade is more lenient for Jay because he doesn't believe that he'd do anything bad, but he is still a part of this friend group, and they will damn sure try to extort information out of him for sure. So I would not give him a fucking inch personally, because I wouldn't believe that he'd do anything wrong, but they are definitely gonna try and get information out of him for sure.
ผมว่าเราเจอฆาตกรต่อเนื่อง
I feel like when they started sending out parts, I feel like that was kind of obvious, but okay. Oh, what was you doing? Oh, he has the same picture. Oh. You knew what they did, and you did nothing because they bought you off. Dare is Charon and Bell, and then the letter is true. So are they saying the Dare is killed either Charon or Bell? You know what I wonder? I wonder if it's like if you complete the challenge, like, does it move on? Does the card get passed to somebody else? Because I almost want to say that, like, Champ could have been the person to kill Fi, and then he did it, and then it moved on to Tar, and Tar wasn't able to complete the challenge, so then it moved on to him, to Tongkla. And if he doesn't do it, then it moves on to, he gets killed and it moves on to somebody else. But if he does it, he's safe, right? You know what I mean? But like, maybe the things get increasingly worse. Or maybe Dare isn't kill at all. That could be also another thing. Because I feel like to the person who is giving out the cards, kill would just be too easy, because then the killer would just end up killing all of them. I feel like it would be, I feel like this is so dark to say, but it would be no fun, right? If it was just like, oh, well, you kill this person, right? And if you don't do it, I have to kill you. Like, I feel like that's so unfun, because that can go really fast. And that's also not how Truth or Dare works, right? If you do the dare or you tell the truth, it moves on. You're safe, right? So I'm wondering if that wasn't the first time.
มึงได้จดหมายไหม มึงห้ามโกหกกู
มึงจะอะไรนักหนาเนี่ย ถามถึงจดหมาย
มึงเลิกคนตีแล้วตอบมา มึงได้จดหมายไหม
He got
ไม่
one.
ได้ มึงพอใจยัง
แล้วมีเพื่อนมึงคนไหนได้จดหมายไหม
กูไม่รู้
แค่นี้นะ
เจ เจ เฮ้ย
See, no, this is why
เชี่ย
this is not gonna work, bro.
อย่างน้อยน้องคุณก็ไม่ใช่รายต่อไปนะ
แต่ก็โง่อย่างมันอาจจะโดนสอยตอนไหนก็ได้ ผมต้องกลับไปเคลียร์มัน
คุณ นี่คือสิ่งที่ฆาตกรต้องการ ถ้าคุณทำแบบเนี้ยเดินตามเกมมันทันที
Yeah, you have to let them figure it
คุณ
out.
ต้องอย่าให้ในสิ่งที่มันต้องการ
It's almost like they have to help them do what they have to do.
everything ของสารวัตรเนี่ย ผม handle with care อยู่แล้วครับ
Girl. Oh, okay.
คือผมอยากรู้แรงจูงใจของฆาตกรครับ
I gotta watch another episode, Loki. Loki, I'm watching another episode. Eating it up, eating it up. Oh, this is good, girl. I definitely needed to go back and watch that first episode real quick, like just that interview again. And I want to go back and see what I said at the end. This is good. Like, this is good. This is so good. I'm so invested. Like, I cannot. This is really good. This is really freaking good. Oh my god, I'm so invested in this. This is great. Oh my god. Oh yeah. I'm definitely watching another episode. I'm watching another episode tonight. I was gonna do episode 4 of Ticket to Heaven. I don't even think I'll get to it. I might have to do it tomorrow morning because, well, it is technically morning now. But yeah, I gotta watch another episode. This is too good. It's too freaking good. This is too freaking good. I love this. And I also love, and this is something that Salmon does in her writings as well, which I think is interesting, is that they don't push the romance so much. They let it, build up over time, and I really like that. I really like that. Because not every drama has to be straight out the gun. Like, I talked about this when we were watching Ticket to Heaven. Because Ticket to Heaven was a little bit slower at first. Like, it wasn't love at first sight kind of situation. Which I feel like is very common in Thai BLs, which is fine because it's a TV show. But it's not always, like, And, like, with the fact that they're partners and stuff like that, and now they're living together, right? It gives them room to enjoy each other, like, right? And, like, find out things about each other and stuff like that. So I just really think I think it's a nice little slow burn, and I think a lot of people are gonna have a problem with that. I remember when the show, what is that show called? The show with Saint and the other kid that was on the farm. People had a really huge problem with that show and how slow paced it was. First of all, it was a little bit more like comedy, like slapstick, like kind of thing, and it was great. I love that show personally. I thought I think it's called The Sweetheart Jom or something. And I really like that show, but people were complaining about that and how it was slow and that the romance wasn't there immediately. But that show was a little bit different because it was like, you'd have to watch it to understand, but it was just a little bit different. And the main character was also a little immature, and the whole point of the show was that he goes to this farm and has the structure and learns to be more mature. And that's when, I mean, obviously Saint in the show is supposed to be much older than him, and it was supposed to be like an age gap relationship. But it was just like people were just complaining about it being so slow, and like BLs have been, lately not very focused on the romance and stuff like that. And I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think we are straying away from the very, very, not boring, but the overused, college students matched up together in some sort of like project, or, so they're in the same friend group and they've been friends for this long, and one of them has had the secret crush on the other one. Like, we're getting away from that, like, and we are starting to have shows that have now become have focused on other things, like fucking race car driving, solving mysteries, Christianity, farming, royalty. We've been having royalty dramas, and police work, and like all of these different kinds of BLs that now have different themes. I think we've strayed away from the college student friend group thing, and we've now gotten more genre of a BL. Like, if you told me that somebody was gonna make a BL slasher, I would have been like, what are you talking about? But it's been done. And time traveling, um, you know, the mafia shows. Well, I think the mafia shows were kind of overused, but I mean, at the time it wasn't, right? At the time it wasn't. And I can't no, I was gonna say I don't think that I've seen any more mafia shows. But there was a mafia in Knockout. But guess what? Knockout is about boxing. It's about Muay Thai, but same thing, boxing. Um, but like we've strayed away from the basics, and we have learned to have more intricate storylines, and different types of characters and different kinds of love teams and couples. We've mixed and matched. Some couples have not some couples have broken up and found other partners that they work way better with, or just like just switched or whatever. We've evolved. And so I get the idea of wanting to turn on a TV show and the two main characters are already in love. But I love that we have strayed away from that basic formula, and we've gotten more intricate with our stories, and I really like that. And that's something that is just in general, like in queer TV and media and stuff like that, that has gotten better over time. Like, we have gotten better stories, like Heated Rivalry, for an example. Nobody would have ever fucking guessed that a TV show about hockey would have taken the entire fucking world by storm, but it has. And that show is about fucking hockey. Like, people like me, who's never seen a hockey a day in my fucking life, learned about hockey to watch that show, right? And so many other things. I mean, when Young Royals came out, I had never watched a show in Swedish. I watched that entire fucking show in Swedish, and I fucking loved it. First of all, I love the way Swedish people talk. I don't know, it was so fascinating. And I watched the show both in Swedish and in English, because I watched it again with my mom in English. And honestly, the idea that all of those actors, or majority of those actors, recorded all of their lines in English was really great. And to be fair, they do speak a lot of English in the Swedish version as well. Like, they curse in English, which I thought was absolutely fucking hilarious. But like, I don't know, like, I just feel like we've come so far. So like, if you wanted um a drama where the two main characters are already in love, and you wanted the push and pull, there's so many freaking things that you can find from that. But let us enjoy shit like this. And I also feel like people who say stuff like that, like, are the reason of why we have not, for so long in queer community, and specifically in Thai BL, have not gotten TV shows like this earlier. Because people are so goddamn picky about what they want to watch, and they hadn't even seen something like this before. And I know that this show and plenty of other shows are not as popular, simply because of that fact, that people just don't like it because it's not the normal formula to them. It's not normal, or it's different, or whatever. Um, so yeah. And I'm just so happy that people, directors, writers, actors, they're all interested in trying something new. Like, that's what I was talking about earlier, and like how I'm really proud of June Dunk for trying something different, and this is working. This sticks. I love this dynamic. I think it's great. I think it's just a lot better in my eyes. Now, if they were to make another TV show, I'd want them to try and do something similar but also different. It would honestly just depend on the theme. I would also love to see them play in a like they do really good with like the crime stuff like that we've seen. They I didn't like them in the college theme. I never saw the Eclipse, but I'm pretty sure that was also like college high school stuff. I never seen that, but I've seen hidden agenda. I also think that June Dunk, they're both too old to be playing college character. Not saying they're old, but I'm saying I think that they fit well with more mature themes, which is why this one works. Um, but I could see them playing I can see them like in an office. Is that weird to say? I can see them playing in an office. Um, I could see them. I could see them doing some sort of like a Bite Me 2.0. Like I could see them being like in the kitchen, like cooking. They kind of did a little bit of that in the Heart Killers, but I could really see them actually taking that and doing something like a long bean situation. I could see that. I could see them in another crime show. I almost could see them I could see them in Goddess Bless You from Death as well. I could see them doing the same thing, same kind of thing. I could see that. Um I also can see them I really okay, I really like June Dunk for this kind of theme, like thriller or like murder investigation kind of stuff. I think they are the perfect love team for this. I could see them doing one of Salmon's like works. I could see that. I could. I just think that they I just think that they have it. Like they have the maturity, they have it, and I think that they both can play that kind of character. Like they're kind of doing a little bit of like comedy-ish in this one, but I can see them being so serious. I can see them in like a like spare me your mercy kind of situation. Like I could see that. But I also can see them in more playful, kind of shows and stuff like that too. I could definitely see them in like a bubblegum like kind of situation. So and that's good. That's really good. As a love team, as a couple, that's really good to see that, because I talk about this so much that there's a lot of couples, a lot of BL couples out there that I can't see outside of the same characters that they've played. One of those couples is Nunu and Z, and they're a real couple too. They're a real life couple too. I can't see them playing any other. They've tried. I tried to watch The Next Prince. I watched the first episode and I just was like, and that's part of the reason why I can't. I don't know. I probably try it again because the concept was really nice. I also really love Jimmy. That is my baby, okay? That is my baby. I love him, and but I heard people didn't like that show specifically because the second couple got a lot of screen time, which I also think that Nunu and Z have such a strong fan base that their fan base is likely to watch anything that they're in, no matter whether it's good or bad. Not saying that it's good or bad. I just personally don't like the shows that they get casted on. I don't not like the actors. I actually really like them as people. They're really cool and really great artists as well. It's just they kind of get typecasted. They do. They kind of get typecasted as the very younger, like dumb, like weak, or like trying to prove that he's not weak, and then the older, very aggressive, slightly dominant. In The Next Prince, though, I did in the trailer it was like that, and then I heard that they changed it, and so Nunu kind of had a little bit more. They had a little bit more of a balance, and Z actually, his character was a lot more not verbal and was like more like a at your service kind of person, which I like, but it was still like Nunu's character was still kind of giving like brat, Like just a little bit. Mind you, I only watched like the first episode though, so I'm just judging it based off of that, which I'm sure is not really fair because I'm sure that the show is actually awesome and the concept was awesome. Really, I really like the concept of that show. I actually do want to watch that show. I think at the time I was watching something else and I was like, I'd prefer watching this other than that at the time. But I saw that they put that show on Netflix too, so that might be something that we watch. But yeah, another couple that I don't really like. Well, I have a problem. Not a couple that I don't like. Let me not say that. I don't like their company, and that's Dumandi. Do I fucking despise Dumandi because my problem with Dumandi is that they have these really great actors, really great love teams, and they have these really great concepts for TV shows, and then they fuck it up. They always fuck it up. They have these really great concepts and then the concepts are so lackluster it actually makes me frustrated. And so that's why we don't watch Dumandi shows on this channel. Because I tried. I tried. Also, Dumandi right now is, I guess I don't know if they have rights, but they work with who shall not be named, that one girl that may or may not have written Darn Type and all the rest of these goddamn shows where somebody's getting sexually assaulted or somebody's the fucking stepbrother or stepsister or whatever the fuck. I'm not really into that. And so, but the specific couple that I'm talking about is the couple in that one show that I was talking about, the one with the rain and the sky and those kids. I really like those actors as well, but they also have a similar dynamic as Nunu and Z's characters do as well, where one character is really weak and just naive and just doesn't use his brain, and the other one is like taking control. And I don't like that. I've said that multiple times in this channel. I just personally don't like that. I just don't like that. And they from the few times that I've seen them, like I watched that whole first show, and then they have a show called Boy Next World. I never seen Boy Next World. I didn't want to see it because I didn't want to see that again. So that's why I'm just saying that I really like hope for more diversity in characters. Another thing is that I really also want to know some new actors as well. I talk all the time about the new babies, the new generation, and I love the old generation. I love the old generation, like the OG generation. And I love these newer like actors, but I also really want to know some new actors as well. And I feel like that's also another thing that can be dropped the ball on, is that they hire these other couples, these already known couples, to play these characters, and it's just like, or that they hire these other couples just because they're known as the main characters, and then they hire unknown actors or just starting out actors as the second couple, and then you end up liking the second couple more than the first couple, and then people get upset at you because you didn't like the people that is already famous and you like the people who were not. That happens constantly. I find myself really enjoying second couples more than I do first couples, which is again another reason why I really like this show as well, is because there's only one couple. And I feel like that's weird because I literally grew up watching, stuff like Darn Type and Love by Chance where there's a million fucking couples. But I do think it's very refreshing when there's only one couple. I think that's also the reason why I like Ticket to Heaven really a lot as well, is because it's focused on one couple. And I feel like that's another thing that's been a new wave of things that have been different from the Thai BLs that from before, is that they're not trying to cram in a lot of couples. They just have one and they focus on the one couple. Not saying that there shouldn't be another one, and not saying that I will not watch a show that doesn't have multiple. I really want to watch that Boy in Love show, and I know there's like 6 couples in that show. But I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that not every show has to have like multiple couples. 2 couples is fine, but I would love just one that we could focus on. because sometimes it gets confusing. Sometimes couples don't actually get a full-fledged story. Like I think one of the last shows that I watched that had like more than like 3 couples was the Ponpuin show where they were in college. I can't remember. But I was really upset about that show because they had a lot of characters. Like the whole friend group was basically all gay, which I'm like, okay, I guess, sure. But the whole friend group was gay and they were all in love with each other, and some of the couples got like these dumbass fucking stories. Like the second couple with the art kid and the younger kid. I don't remember their names. I'm so sorry, but they're the main characters in that summer. And I really want to watch that show, and I was really happy that they got their own show, because their fucking storyline made me rage. I hated that. And then there was another couple, the best friends to the best friends, that they didn't even have a relationship. There was no real like hint, or I mean, obviously they were supposed to be in a relationship, but there was no like development of a relationship until like the last like 2-3 episodes, which I thought was just lazy. I feel like that was just lazy. Like, if you're gonna make a show where you're expecting all of these couples to fall in love with each other, make them actually fall in love with each other like you did. Like, you took the time for the main 2 couples to have some sort of relationship. Don't just skip out on the last one. Like, I find that a little lazy, right? And so they were just randomly in a relationship. Or I hate it when there's a couple and they never finish the storyline. They don't ever finish the storyline, and so they like each other, but at the end of the show they're not actually together. And I think that's what happens at the end of that show. I don't even think the third couple even actually is in a relationship at the end. Not saying that they have to be in a relationship, because obviously the story goes on and on after the, like, it makes sense, right? But like, come on. Like, if you're gonna have multiple couples, you got to give them some sort of finish, right? And so I just find it a little lazy. But anyway, I've been yapping for too long. But that's what I just had to say about that. But yeah, I really like this. I really, really enjoy this, and I'm definitely watching another episode. I have to fix the copyright on the episode 3 for Ticket to Heaven, and then I'm gonna edit this and get this posted on both, and then I'm absolutely watching another episode. I might actually just watch this whole show tonight, honestly. I don't gotta go to work till 5. Like, I'm about to just watch as much as I can, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, and then watch more when I come back. That might be the plan. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this, go ahead and give me a like, comment down below. Let me know what other shows you'd like me to watch, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.